Welcome to another deep dive. Today, we're going to be exploring a pretty unique piece of content. It's a YouTube video called Real Purpose of Meditation, and it's from the channel Sanjiv. Now, the video itself is in Hindi.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we'll be working from the transcript. But trust me, the ideas translate beautifully. It's all about purpose, those big questions about why we're here and how meditation
Yeah.
can help us kind of figure it all out.
I think everyone thinks about that at some point in their life.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it really does make you think. The video just dives right in, suggesting that, all our time here on Earth is about experiencing life.
Yeah.
Learning from it.
Yeah.
And ultimately, really connecting with our true selves.
Right. And it goes on to say that chasing things like fame or fortune, those kind of external validations, they're just illusions that won't truly satisfy us. Instead, it's about connecting with something deeper, something more more meaningful. But where does meditation come in?
That's where it gets fascinating, I think. Meditation is presented as this key that unlocks the door to our inner selves by quieting the external noise. And we all know how much noise there is these days. We can kind of reconnect with our core energy. Think of it as the essence of who we are.
So it's almost like meditation acts as a filter, right? It helps us sift through all the clutter and distractions so we can finally hear our own inner voice.
That's a great way to put it. And in that quiet space, we can start to understand our purpose. The video uses this really powerful analogy of a toolbox to kind of illustrate the idea.
Okay, let's unpack this toolbox analogy. I'm intrigued.
Okay, so imagine you're born with a toolbox, and it's filled with all these unique tools. They represent your talents, your skills, your resources, everything that makes you why you, right?
Right.
Now, just like a farmer, they wouldn't use a soldier's weapons to tend their fields. So we shouldn't force ourselves into roles that don't align with our inherent tools.
So using the wrong tool for the job or trying to be someone we're not, it just leads to frustration.
Exactly. The video emphasizes that the key is to understand our unique tools, those strengths we're naturally drawn to. It's about recognizing our potential and finding a path that truly resonates with who we are at our core.
It makes you wonder how many of us are out there, trying to hammer nails with wrenches, metaphorically speaking, of course. It's so easy to get caught up in what society expects of us, and we completely lose sight of our own unique gifts and talents.
Absolutely. This video really challenges those conventional ideas of success and happiness. It makes you reconsider all those external markers of success, like what we're supposed to be doing, and asks, what if true happiness comes from aligning with our purpose?
Which means true fulfillment might look very different for each of us. Like maybe my version of success is completely different from yours because our toolboxes and purposes are different.
That's the beauty of it, right? It's about defining success on our own terms, based on our individual strengths and aspirations.
But then the question becomes, how do we even begin to discover this unique purpose? It feels like this huge, daunting task.
The video acknowledges that, definitely. But it really encourages us to start by just getting to know ourselves. Like a deep dive into self-knowledge. Not just who we think we are on the surface, but who we are at our core.
Okay, so it's about looking inward, right? Really examining who we are beneath the surface. But how do we actually do that? It can't be as simple as just staring in a mirror, right?
Well, the video actually does use the mirror analogy, but it takes it a step further. It's not about focusing on our physical appearance in the mirror. It's about going deeper, looking beyond the superficial to connect with the essence of who we are.
Okay, so we're talking about real introspection here, confronting our true selves, the good, the bad, and everything in between.
Exactly. It's about understanding our strengths, yeah. But also our weaknesses, our motivations. It's about being honest with ourselves about what truly drives us. And the video suggests that meditation is the key to unlocking that deeper level of self-awareness.
So is it just about quieting the mind to make space for that introspection, or is there something more to it?
There's definitely more to it, yeah. The video goes on to talk about the importance of energy and vibration, suggesting that we attract experiences that match our dominant energy frequency. It's a bit of a mind bender, I know, but stick with me.
This is where it gets really interesting. I've heard about this idea, that like attracts like, but I've never really understood how it applies to meditation.
Think of it this way. If you're constantly stressed and anxious, you might attract more of those types of experiences into your life. Your energy is vibrating at a certain frequency that resonates with similar experiences.
Okay, I'm starting to see the connection here. So, if we're in a more positive and aligned state of mind, we're likely to attract more positive experiences. But how does meditation actually shift our energy?
That's where the power of meditation comes in. It helps us become aware of our energy and consciously shift it. You know how sometimes you walk into a room and you
Hmm.
can just feel the energy, whether it's tense or relaxed.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We're constantly emitting and absorbing these subtle vibrations.
So, we're not just receiving energy, we're also projecting it outwards, impacting the vibes around us.
Exactly. And meditation helps us become more sensitive to these energies. By practicing, we learn to calm the inner chaos, which naturally shifts our energetic frequency to a more positive and aligned state.
That's amazing. So, meditation isn't just about finding stillness within ourselves, it's about influencing the energy we bring to our interactions and experiences.
Precisely. The video emphasizes that we have a choice in the energy we cultivate and project. It's about becoming conscious creators of our reality, rather than passive recipients.
It's like taking ownership of our energetic toolbox. Instead of letting our energy be dictated by external circumstances, we can actively choose to vibrate at a frequency that attracts more of what we want in life.
I like how you're connecting this back to the toolbox analogy. It really highlights how understanding and managing our energy is another powerful tool within that metaphorical toolbox.
This is totally shifting my perspective on meditation. I always thought of it as a way to de-stress and quiet my mind. But this idea of actually shifting my energy to align with my purpose and attract positive experiences, that's next level.
It really is. And the video goes on to say that this journey of self-discovery through meditation, it's not just a one-time thing. It's an ongoing process of exploration and growth.
So it's not like we meditate once and boom, we've suddenly unlocked our purpose and everything's perfect. It's more about consistent practice and continually deepening that connection with ourselves.
Exactly. The more we meditate, the more aware we become of our thoughts, our emotions,
Hmm.
and the patterns that might be holding us back. And that awareness gives us the power to choose differently.
It's like meditation gives us the tools to become the best versions of ourselves. But I imagine there are challenges along the way. It can't always be smooth sailing, right?
Of course not. Life throws curveballs, and there will be moments when we feel lost or disconnected. But the video suggests that the inner peace and stability we cultivate through meditation, it helps us navigate those challenges with more grace.
So it's not that meditation eliminates challenges altogether. It's more like it equips us with the inner resilience to weather the storms.
Exactly. It's like building a strong foundation so we can stand tall, even when the winds of change are blowing around us.
That's a beautiful image. It makes me think about how meditation can help us approach life's ups and downs with more equanimity and clarity.
The video emphasizes that point. It suggests that the clarity we gain through meditation, it helps us make decisions from a place of alignment with our true selves.
Which, if I'm understanding correctly, means making choices that are in harmony with our purpose, rather than being swayed by external pressures or fleeting desires.
You've got it. It's about becoming conscious and intentional in our actions, rather than simply reacting to whatever life throws our way.
This whole conversation is really making me reevaluate how I approach decision making. I often get so caught up in what other people think or what I should be doing that I lose sight of what truly feels aligned with my own values and aspirations.
It's a common struggle. We're bombarded with external messages about how we should live our lives. But the video reminds us that true fulfillment comes from connecting with our inner wisdom and trusting our own intuition.
So it's about shifting from external validation to internal validation, trusting our gut feeling and making choices that feel right for us, even if they don't align with societal expectations.
Precisely. And the video offers a beautiful analogy to illustrate this idea of finding validation from within. It encourages us to think about looking at our reflection in a mirror.
Okay, I'm curious about this mirror analogy. We touched on it earlier, but I'm ready to dive deeper.
The video suggests that instead of focusing on our outward appearance, we should look beyond the superficial image. It's about connecting with the essence of who we are beneath the surface.
So it's not about judging ourselves based on physical attributes or external achievements. It's about recognizing the inherent worthiness that exists within each of us, regardless of external factors.
Exactly. It's about shifting our focus from what we lack to what we already possess, our unique talents, our qualities, and the potential that resides within.
It makes you wonder how much energy we waste seeking validation from external sources when true confidence and self-worth can only be found within ourselves.
It's a profound insight. The video emphasizes that true fulfillment and happiness come from embracing who we truly are, rather than striving to meet external expectations.
It's like we're all carrying this hidden treasure within us, but we spend so much time searching for it in the wrong places. Meditation, it seems, provides a map to help us uncover that inner gold.
Beautifully put, it's about recognizing that we are already whole and complete, just as we are.
This is truly inspiring. I'm starting to understand how meditation can be a powerful tool for cultivating self-love and acceptance, which in turn empowers us to show up in the world with more confidence and authenticity.
And when we approach life from that place of self-love and acceptance, we naturally attract more fulfilling experiences and relationships.
It's like a ripple effect, right? The energy we cultivate within ourselves radiates outward, impacting every aspect of our lives.
Precisely. The video highlights that this journey of self-discovery is unique to each individual. There's no one-size-fits-all approach.
So we each have our own unique path to uncover, our own set of tools to discover and utilize.
Exactly. And meditation helps us tune into our inner compass, guiding us towards the experiences and choices that are most aligned with our individual purpose.
This has been an incredibly eye-opening conversation. I'm starting to see how meditation can be so much more than just a relaxation technique. It's a gateway to self-discovery, personal growth, and creating a life that's truly meaningful and fulfilling.
I couldn't agree more. And I think it's important to remember that this journey isn't about perfection. It's about progress, self-compassion, and embracing the process of becoming.
So it's about celebrating the small wins and being patient with ourselves along the way. We're all works in progress, after all.
Exactly. And the more we practice meditation, the more we cultivate that sense of inner peace and resilience. That allows us to navigate the inevitable challenges of life with more grace and ease.
It's so reassuring to hear that. It's okay to not have it all figured out, you know? It's a process.
It is.
Yeah.
And that takes some of the pressure off, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
This deep dive into real purpose of meditation has been, wow, a real eye-opener, I have to say. It's given me a fresh perspective on the potential of meditation to really transform our lives. It's not just about relaxation anymore. It's about, tapping into our inner wisdom, aligning with our purpose,
Nice.
attracting positive experiences.
I agree. This video really challenges us to think differently about how we approach life. Success, happiness.
Yeah. It makes you wonder how many of us are going through life feeling unfulfilled because we're chasing external validations instead of connecting with our true selves.
That's a thought-provoking question, and one that I hope our listeners will really kind of contemplate. The video reminds us that true happiness and fulfillment come from within. It's about aligning with our purpose and embracing who we truly are.
And meditation provides the tools to make that happen. It's like we've been given this incredible gift, but we have to choose to open it and use it.
Yeah, that's such a great way to put it. Meditation is a gift, an invitation to connect with our deepest selves and unlock our full potential.
So true. Before we wrap up, is there anything else from the video that you think is worth highlighting?
Yes, there's one more key point, I think. That's especially relevant for anyone who's feeling lost or unsure of their direction in life.
I think a lot of us can relate to that feeling at some point.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The video encourages us to remember that we are not alone on this journey. There's a universal energy, a source of wisdom and guidance that's always available to us.
So even when we feel lost or uncertain, there's a sense of support and connection that we can tap into.
Exactly. The video emphasizes that we are all interconnected, part of something much larger than ourselves. And through meditation, we can access this universal energy and receive guidance and inspiration.
It's like tuning into a higher frequency, connecting with a source of wisdom that transcends our individual experiences.
Beautifully put. It's about remembering that we're not just individuals navigating life in isolation. We're part of a vast, interconnected web of energy and consciousness.
That's a comforting thought. It reminds us that even in moments of uncertainty, we're not truly alone. There's a source of support and guidance that's always available to us if we just know how to access it.
And meditation provides that access point. It's like opening a channel to receive insights and inspiration from a higher source.
This whole conversation has been so illuminating. I feel like I have a new appreciation for the transformative power of meditation. It's not just a practice, it's a way of life, a way of connecting with our true selves, our purpose, and the universal energy that flows through us all.
I couldn't have said it better myself. It's about embracing the journey of self-discovery and using meditation as a tool to navigate that journey with more awareness, clarity, and purpose.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive into real purpose of meditation. I feel like we've barely scratched the surface of this profound topic, but hopefully it sparks some curiosity and inspiration for our listeners to explore further.
I hope so too. It's been a pleasure diving into these ideas with you and our listeners.
Before we sign off, I'd love to leave our listeners with a final thought, something to ponder as they continue their own journeys of self-discovery.
Okay, here's a question for our listeners to reflect on. If you were to sit in deep meditation and connect with your core energy, what insights might arise about your unique purpose? What steps can you take to start exploring those insights and aligning your actions with your true potential?
That's a powerful invitation to tap into our inner wisdom and start living a more purposeful and fulfilling life. I encourage everyone listening to carve out some time for quiet reflection and see what emerges. You might be surprised by the wisdom that's already within you, just waiting to be discovered. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep connecting with your true selves of